On October 12, 2024, Trooper Evans responded to a call from Bainbridge Public Safety regarding an active vehicle pursuit in progress near West Street. Bainbridge officers were pursuing a gray Mercedes CLA 250, and upon arrival, Trooper Evans quickly caught up to the fleeing vehicle and assumed the role of primary unit in the chase. The pursuit escalated to speeds reaching 120 miles per hour, with the Mercedes driver operating the vehicle in an extremely reckless manner, overtaking cars on blind curves and driving into oncoming lanes. Recognizing the escalating danger to the public, Trooper Evans made the decision to execute a PIT maneuver. The maneuver was successful, causing the Mercedes to spin counterclockwise and veer into the eastbound ditch, where it came to a complete stop, fully disabled. Evans exited his patrol unit and, alongside a Bainbridge public safety officer, cleared the vehicle, but the driver was no longer inside. BPS officers immediately began a ground search and soon located the driver lying face down in a ditch beside a drain culvert. Troopers initiated CPR until EMS personnel arrived and took over. However, despite their efforts, the driver was pronounced deceased at the scene. A search of the vehicle uncovered approximately 2 pounds of marijuana concealed inside a black trash bag, and a total of $5,010 was found in the driver's pockets, further evidence suggesting the incident was tied to narcotics activity. On December 12, 2024, Trooper Michael Diego was patrolling Interstate 95 in St. Lucie County when he observed a green four-door SUV speeding at 100 miles per hour in a 70-mile-per-hour zone. Diego immediately activated his emergency lights and attempted to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver refused to comply, accelerating even further. The driver's reckless actions escalated the situation into a high-speed pursuit.
Taking the left shoulder. About 138 speeds one time.
Around the 145-mile marker, another trooper joined the pursuit, strategically positioning his patrol vehicle to perform a TVI.
Order the charges.
Trooper Wade attempted a pit maneuver, but the maneuver was unsuccessful, allowing the fleeing driver to regain control of the SUV. Trooper Diego maintained his position as the primary unit in the pursuit. As the pursuit approached 66th Avenue, the suspect lost control of his vehicle, crossing over the raised concrete median and into the westbound lanes. The SUV veered off State Road 60 onto the north shoulder, where it struck a light pole, knocking it to the ground. After the impact, the vehicle came to a final rest in the parking lot of Autumn's Crab restaurant. The driver fled on foot, but was quickly located by troopers hiding behind two dumpsters and taken into custody without further incident. A search of his person revealed a small bag containing suspected marijuana. The driver, identified as Furman Shaquille Green, was charged with fleeing, reckless driving, possession of a controlled substance, resisting arrest, and leaving the scene of an incident. On November 7, 2024, Trooper David Calvert was patrolling US 67 when he observed a gray Ford Edge with a paper tag flapping in the wind, making it unreadable. Trooper Calvert initiated a traffic stop, and the vehicle initially complied by pulling onto the right shoulder. However, shortly after Calvert exited his patrol unit, the Ford suddenly accelerated and fled the stop, triggering a pursuit.
Hey, I got it. You just drive. We're out here right on James. We're coming up to James Street. Please back to me. Just cross James. Still northbound. We'll service road. Please back 50.
The vehicle turned south onto Bailey Boulevard, entering a residential area. In an effort to prevent the pursuit from continuing deeper into the neighborhood, Trooper Calvert attempted a pit maneuver as the vehicle turned east, but the attempt was unsuccessful, and the suspect continued to flee.
Please back 59.
The driver suddenly came to a stop at Hayes and Gray Street, where the passenger exited the vehicle carrying two large white trash bags and fled on foot, jumping over a fence in an attempt to escape. The passenger was later apprehended and tased after a brief chase, while Sergeant Briggs took over the pursuit of the fleeing driver.
Quick pursuit, Granny in the back. West on Hill, coming back up the service road. You gonna get your ass. Still northbound on the service road, coming back up to Bailey. Light traffic speed's about 50. Like a gray trash bag. 55 was back there with him.
The driver entered a nearby parking lot, where he abruptly stopped the vehicle and surrendered without further resistance. Sergeant Briggs placed him into custody without incident, and both the driver and passenger were transported to the county jail. A search of the 2 large trash bags the passenger had fled with revealed 9 individually sealed bags of marijuana. The passenger, identified as Harold Shirley, was charged with fleeing, resisting arrest, tampering with evidence, possession of a controlled substance, and trespassing. The driver, identified as Dana Webb, was charged with fleeing, fictitious tags, reckless driving, and possession with intent to deliver. On October 8, 2024, Trooper Joshua Haley was parked in the lot of York Girls Drasco Cafe when he noticed a white Ford Expedition displaying fictitious license plates. Haley pulled in behind the vehicle and activated his emergency lights in an attempt to conduct a traffic stop. Instead of complying, the driver circled around the cafe and suddenly accelerated away, prompting Haley to activate his sirens and initiate a vehicle pursuit. During the pursuit, the driver operated the vehicle in a highly erratic and dangerous manner, repeatedly crossing into the oncoming lane of traffic and disregarding the safety of other motorists. Observing a safe opportunity, Trooper Haley executed a PIT maneuver. The first pit maneuver successfully caused the suspect vehicle to spin out, but the driver quickly regained control, turning around and continuing northbound in his attempt to flee. A second pit maneuver was quickly executed on the fleeing vehicle, but once again, the suspect managed to regain control and continue northbound. Trooper Haley maintained pursuit, staying close behind. Haley quickly caught up to the fleeing vehicle once more, which was now being driven even more aggressively in an attempt to evade capture. Acting decisively, Haley performed a third and final successful pit, forcing the vehicle off the roadway and into a roadside ditch. The driver then bailed out on foot, sprinting through a nearby field. Trooper Haley gave chase and apprehended the suspect approximately 200 yards away without further incident. The driver was identified as Adam Brackett, who was found to have a clear plastic baggie containing 1.9 grams of methamphetamine in the watch pocket of his jeans. Brackett was transported to the Cleburne County Detention Center, where he was charged with fleeing, reckless driving, possession of a controlled substance, fictitious tags, and driving on a suspended license. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure to comment which clip you liked the most. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like this video.